It's all up to you now.
All right, over here on the right side of the map, a member of the team Foyu. Some call him an octopus. He is
Leenock, Foyu.
I should have just said some call him the Lean Octopus, but I was like, I don't want to spoil the name.
Yeah,
you know?
man, it's cool. It's cool. I think the Lean Octopus will live on.
I think the Lean Octopus
Just
shall
like
live on.
the Count. I don't know if anyone refers to... Oh, anyways, this is the yellow Protoss known as...
Venezuela, Tassadar.
That's the yellow pro gamer known as...
known as... Yellow. Yeah, I don't know if people still call Bonbons the Count, but I hope if he makes a resurgence in GSL that he is referred to as the Count. That would make me really happy. The map
would make me happy as well.
The map is dual site.
Yeah.
It looks like both players going for the same thing so far. Oh no!
Well, Leenock is going for a speedling expand this time.
Gas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interestingly, Tassadar got his gateway on 13 as well. That's
Do you want to tell us the intricacies of that?
well, if you go for your gateway on 13 instead of 12, it means that you are not pylon scouting, basically. So that way you can constantly produce probes. If you go for a pylon scout and you 12 gate, then you have to wait a little bit. One of your probes, you have to wait a second. You can't just have constant probe production. It's a little bit more economically friendly to go for the 13 gate, but your warp gate research is delayed. Your first sentry's out a little bit later. So, yeah, that's how it is.
What?
That's how it is, man.
So we can see the probe in Lean Octopus's base. Does scout the early gas, knows the speedling, or he expects speedlings. I guess, he could conceivably one base all in off of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. He wants to make sure that the hatchery does go down. That's why he's going to leave his probe over there at that natural. He should be able to save it if he controls it properly when the Zerglings come out. It is I don't know what I was trying to say there. It's conceivable.
That sentence just started as a train wreck. Over here, 2 gas. Whoa, that's a really fast second gas.
It's pretty
quick.
quick.
That is a really, really fast.
Yeah,
and
it's basically you either skip the Zealot or you don't. He skipped the Zealot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it common to not drone scout in this matchup?
Yeah, a lot of the times Zergs just don't. Because you don't absolutely have to. When you get that drone in there, usually if your opponent sees the drones in there, he's just going to hide everything for you until he kills the drone anyways.
Yeah.
It does, of course, eliminate a lot of very fast 2-gas openings to Drone Scout.
You mean like this?
Yeah, exactly, because he could have, of course... Oh, the Twilight Council going down.
Yep.
He could have either stolen the gas or just made his opponent not want to take that gas, or he would have at least known about it from the start.
Now, Leenock's in a little bit of a mystery. I'm not sure if he'll be able to really scout that with an Overlord. There is one in the bottom corner, going to be to the south of the base, but I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. There's the probe. It's going to try and get another peek in. And you do see Tassadar sending out a second scouting probe. Pretty common move. When your first scout is about to die, you send out a second one because you need that information. Dark Shrine.
Yep, he is going to be going for a Dark Shrine.
He's going for the Templars.
Most likely, well, I mean, he is Tassadar. Tassadar actually wanted to befriend the Dark Templar, whereas some of the others did not.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember their names.
I don't actually know if that's true, but I'm going to agree with you.
No, it is true, man.
Whatever, man. I believe you. And Leenock, he's really not got any information that this is coming.
Yeah.
But he is building that fast Evo chamber, which he did in the last game.
Basically, when you see a Stalker at the top of the ramp, you know some sort of tech is going on. He sees sentries. Yeah, because a Stalker costs less gas.
Yeah.
He's made several sentries, so Leenock has no idea what's going on. He's going to be really confused by this.
That's what Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
And when this hits, he's going to be in a little bit of a pickle. He doesn't have a lair. He does have an evolution chamber, though. But depending on how many DTs Tassadar makes, you can just cancel the spores with his DTs, depending on how it happens.
Yeah, and Tassadar is playing so good right now. If you look at the bottom of his ramp, we only got a shot of it. There it is. It looks like a 3-gate expand.
Yeah.
The timings are all right for it. The only thing that's a little weird is he doesn't have as many units as you would expect.
You're exactly right. Here come the Dark Templar. When you do a build like this...
There's the spores.
Yeah,
so
he's
Leenock is caught up on it.
Yeah, he figures it out. He's like, all right, you only have 2 sentries down there. I actually do this build all the time. Oh. It's like a DT expand, except you can kill people if they don't... Whoa, he needs to cancel that.
Yep.
Didn't actually cancel it.
Didn't?
Nope.
Oh, that's not good. Well, and the DTs are going to get to the spore. Are they going to be able to kill that?
Yeah, they will.
There's nothing to take out those DTs. That spore is just going to go down. think he's going to lose his natural.
He may very well lose that natural. Looks like the DTs, instead of going for the natural, are just going to go... Well, now he does see that Spore. If he didn't notice the Spore, things would have gone a little bit differently, but this is looking really bad for Leenock. And DTs can actually one-shot Larva. He may decide to go for those Larva, but in fact, he's just going to go right for the hatchery, and he will get it. He should get the Larva, though, as well. It's kind of a freebie. I'm not sure why he's not doing that. But
I mean, in case of Spore, this is kind of what he's on a bit of a timer here. Eventually, the Spores will get down. They'll be able to get in range, and he does want to kill that hatchery before that happens.
And see, now he's gotten neither the hatchery nor the Larva, though.
That's true.
That's why I go for the Larva.
That's true. So he did go for the... I think if he had started targeting the hatchery immediately instead of killing some of the other things, he would have gotten it.
Absolutely.
And
I still think he might have even gotten it if he just hadn't freaked out there. Just barely.
Maybe if he had just moved and attacked a little bit, DTs do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Very quickly. And I think he's actually going for a timing attack.
Yeah, he's going to follow it up. The cool thing about this is when you hit, your Zerg opponent is still on panic mode. He lost a lot of drones. He's trying to re-drone. Leenock is smartly going Banelings, though. That can be quite good against this, depending on how good your opponent's force fields are.
Yep.
And it really slows things down when the Banelings come out.
Did Leenock see that army move out?
I do not believe so.
No,
actually, no, he has an Overlord.
He must have with that Overlord. I'm going to hold V so we can see stuff.
Yeah, he can see it.
He knows.
Well, he definitely knows now. He's starting to see these units. 2 Archons morphing in. That's going to be quite deadly.
How good are Archons against Zerglings?
Well, they're good against Zerglings. They're also great against Banelings, man. They, like, actually destroy Zerglings. It's not even funny.
Leenock is supply stuck right now. This is actually really bad.
And his Banelings are actually not even done in time.
Oh, man. This is a sick attack by Tassadar. Very nice follow-up. And we kind of saw him do something like this against Terran in the previous rounds. The Archon's doing a lot of damage. The Banelings... Ooh.
That was really bad with the Banelings.
He was trying to get the Zealots. I think he should have just gone for the Sentries.
And then instead he just hit Archons.
Yeah, that Archon is really low. What would be nice to see from Tassadar, he needs to keep that Archon alive.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, but the hatchery does go down. This is looking so bad for Leenock right now.
When you get in this situation, well, you shouldn't usually lose your Archon to Broodlings. That's kind of bad.
Yeah.
But when you get in this situation where you've done a lot of damage to the hatchery, your opponent doesn't have that many units, it's great to attack like this, especially making those Archons. If you save the DTs, there's no reason not to. Now he's going to try to fall back to that pylon, so when these Speedlings run down, he's going to have some reinforcements there, making another Archon as well. And in fact, he's actually going to fall all the way home, realizing there will be a Ling counterattack there.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get home.
Well, he wants to. This Archon does get caught.
Archon is going down. And Leenock is like the roaming bandit. You can see the Speedlings are his tentacles. The Leenocktopus.
And it looks like the Leenocktopus is going to have to retract those tentacles. Has he spotted the pylon? He has. He is going to send those Zerglings over there to take it out promptly. He does have +1 melee attack. 2 is on the way.
Can we just cycle through tabs a little bit? So Leenock is down 4 workers.
He lost 67 units in total. Only lost 9 workers.
A lot of Zerglings. And can we look at the army tab real quick?
Yeah.
Not that one. That one. Okay, so yeah, Leenock sitting at about 20 supply deficit at the moment. His opponent's second base is up and running. He's mining. He's got a nice tech advantage. Leenock does not have a lair. Does he have a lair?
His lair just finished up.
Okay. So we will be getting an Overseer out that will help him deal with that. And he is going Infestors.
Really smart choice. Infestors work really well against Archons because their range is not that good. It did recently increase, but it's not that good even so. A Dark Templar is actually canceling the third base of Leenock right now, or at least it may force it.
There's going to be an Overseer coming.
Oh, it's already out. I was going to say he's not making one, so I don't know.
No, he probably made one right when it started. So the Dark Templar is going to go down. But Tassadar, again, he's in the know.
He is absolutely in the know.
He called his diplomat at the Chicago Tribune, and he's like, what is the Leenocktopus doing? I need to know. And the Dark Templar diplomat was like, I'll go find out for you. And he rolls into the third base.
And then Leenock sees the army with the Overlord and cancels his hatchery.
Yep.
Both of these players so good about scouting.
Yeah, both players there. And some Speedlings do get into the natural here. But nice probe surround. He's going to run up into the main.
No, he's not.
He's not going to run up into the main. He's going to go back and he's going to kill some probes. And this is actually really good by Leenocktopus. A little bit more... Wow, he gets a lot of
Yeah,
probes. Those Zerglings.
He's actually still killing probes. We're just not getting a shot of it. He got like 2 more.
How many probes did he kill?
Well, I'll check and see what the...
And here we do see Tassadar's army. Tassadar does not know that third got canceled, so he's all like, I'm moving out. Like, the Dark Templar at the Tribune told me there was a third here. And he gets there and he's like, bro, there's no third.
Yeah, he's actually most likely going to send his mobsters out to the Chicago Tribune. They're going to take care of that
But the diplomat already died, man. He died in combat. And we do see Tassadar's army starting to move up. He's picking off tumors. He's just kind of applying pressure here. I don't think he's going to go for it. He doesn't have a forward pylon.
He's got a lot of force fields. And
a nice fungal growth.
He's definitely going to decide to back up now. Well, at least he should. I don't know what he's thinking here.
I think he's just going to go for it. Here's Tassadar in a great position. Some excellent force fields. Look at those Zealots, though. The Zealots not doing anything.
Exactly. When you have a very zealot-heavy army and your opponent has banelings and infestors, you want to get out of there in general.
Yeah, that was very cost inefficient. It's not like Tassadar's going to lose now, but if Leenock plays this well, you can see he's getting it back into the game. He's down only 12, 15 supply now. The banelings doing some damage. Almost gets that Archon. That would actually be really nice. I think he's down to only 1 Archon. Oh, the Speedlings!
He wants the Archon.
He's getting the Archon. Leanoctopus gets what he wants. He goes for the Archon, and I think he's going to clean up that army.
Yeah, he will clean up at least the Stalkers, that's for sure. And in fact, all of the Zealots fall. That's the power of that +2 melee attack on those Zerglings.
Oh, wow, that was so fast.
He only has +1, or Tassadar rather only has +1. He's got +2 on the way. He doesn't have any armor upgrades.
Oh, and look at that. A nice move. I don't know if you caught it, but Leenock was going to build a third hatch. DT was chasing it. He sees the DT, so he builds an extractor. Then he cancels the extractor and the drone dies anyway. But it was really cool to watch.
Yeah. He was, of course, trying to save the drone until the Dark Templar died so he could remake the hatchery. That actually happens to me on the ladder all the time. I hate those little clever guys. They think they're smart. They are kind of smart.
They are kind of smart. He does. Leanoctopus is clearing out all the forward pylons. Those pylons are basically what allows Protoss to attack. When the pylons are down, the Protoss has a much harder time being aggressive, moving out on the map. And I don't know if on the minimap you can see Tassadar has taken his third. He kind of realized, okay, 2 base aggression, not going to work. I can't pressure the third anymore. I lost too much. Let's macro.
Basically, there's 2 ways you can deal with infestors. The first way is High Templar and using feedback. The other way is to use Colossi, but because he's already has most of the tech for High Templar, he just decided to go down that route. Plus, he can get Storm with it. He can afford that right now. He's got a pretty strong army. When you're ahead, going High Templar isn't that much of a risk because you've already got kind of a good map presence. But the thing is, he's losing his advantages very slowly. And in a game where I thought it was almost unwinnable for Leenock, just because Leenock's made so many good decisions, and Tassadar has made so many decisions that could have gone better, but just were like he went too far. And
oh, the Banelings! Tassadar, does Tassadar see that? Oh, and Banelings in the probes have already gone out of the main, but that could go to the natural. They might actually both converge on the natural. I'm not...
Yeah, all the probes go into one spot, and Leenock's like, just as I planned.
You can see Leenock in his booth. He's massaging his tentacles together, getting ready.
He's so ready, man. Spire
Hive
going
tech.
up, and Hive
tech.
Yeah.
Is that a fast Hive? That seems like a fast Hive.
That is a pretty fast Hive, especially considering the circumstances in this game.
I don't know what the... Oh, wow, the Overlord does survive with 10 health.
And some Banelings dropped out. Don't think they really killed anything there.
Tassadar's doing he's being very patient, keeping his probes alive. He's like, it's okay, I don't need to mine right now, but if I lose all these probes, that could end the game.
It certainly could. Now, Tassadar, right now, he's, like I was saying, he's got Storm, he's added those High Templar into the mix. He can, of course, make more Archons later, but he's got those Storms, he's got feedbacks, and Leenock's army isn't really well-equipped to deal with this at the moment. He's making a ton of Spines, or actually he's moving Spines down, but he's preparing to defend his third again as he takes a 4th base. And getting that Carapace upgrade, getting that Spire, those are good choices. He's already got the Hive. He's gonna probably make a Greater Spire instantly. That Spire just finished.
Yep, there's the Greater Spire.
There's no good way to deal with this composition.
Does snipe that Overlord. Very nice move by Tassadar.
Greater Spire is the best way to deal with this composition because there's not a lot of Stalkers. I mean, there's a decent amount. They do have Blink, but it's not a Stalker-heavy composition. It's more Zealot, Archon, Templar-heavy.
Yeah.
And if you can just engage in such a way that storms really can't hit your Broodlords, and if they do, it's okay because they don't do that much damage. That's the best thing. And there's that gold base up in the north. It is scouted.
He is doing damage.
Great job of scouting from both of these players. I've actually never seen such good scouting.
I don't... Wait, does Tassadar... Can we... There's an observer, I think, that Tassadar has? Nope. There. So Tassadar has had... Oh, and we do get a shot of it. Tassadar's had that observer the whole time. And he does see the Corruptors now.
Yeah,
so
he's got to know what's going on.
Yeah, he knows Broodlords are coming. The only thing is it early enough? I'm not sure Tassadar has enough time to really be ready for this.
Yeah, that's Greater Spire is about to finish. There's 1,000 minerals and 1,000 gas saved up here for Leenock, and as soon as that Spire finishes, which is about to, he's going to start probably about 4 or 5 Broodlords.
Leenock's just sitting in his booth mashing the B keys like, I need these Broodlords! I need them now! His secretary is like, Leenock, they're not ready! We need more time! And he's like, no! Build my Broodlords! And he's like massaging his tentacles some more.
Alright, this base may actually get
that canceled. That could be really nice. He does get the Nexus to cancel, setting Tassadar back quite a bit in his economy there. He lost a fair number of Zerglings, but I think it was worth it.
Yeah, it was absolutely worth it. The Nexus has been remade. Right now, the 6 Broodlords came out. He's adding a few more Corruptors. He's getting Adrenal Glands right now. He's getting +2 melee attacks. More and more High Templar are warping out.
+3.
Oh, that is...
Yep, that is +3.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So Leenock, he kind of has 2 good opportunities for timing attacks here. Now, or rather when these 2 Broodlords finish, or you wait until Adrenal Glands and +3 melee finishes, and then you go for it, for like the huge super hive timing attack. But I don't think Tassadar's going to give him the time for that. You can see Tassadar's army moving across the map, Leenock taking out the gold. At the same time, Tassadar's like, you know what? I don't want my gold. I'm done with Speedlings. I'm taking out your gold. And Leenock's moving with his Broodlords. He is going to take out the gold, and his army is pretty fast. I think he's going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, Tassadar morphing in units, desperately trying to save his own gold.
Yeah, he's got a DT over here trying its best. We'll get a shot of it in a second to save this Nexus.
And I think it might get the Nexus. It's so close. He's going to have to cancel it.
Yeah.
Does cancel the Nexus. I think if he had morphed in DTs at the beginning, he would have saved it. Oh, and we do see Leenock's. The Broodlords are moving out. Yeah, Leenock moving into the middle of the map where he does have creep spread. Leenock's creep spread a little weird this game.
Yeah, a lot of it has been taken out here and there by those rummaging Archons.
Rummaging? Yes, they are rummaging across the map, man. They're rummaging so hard. Does Leenock know this is coming?
He has no idea.
This is a huge attack.
There is no scouting information whatsoever for this. I think he's going to try to blink up into the main, maybe.
This is just going to appear at his doorstep, and Leenock is completely out of position. This could be so bad. You can see the Banelings are like, what do I do, boss? Leenock! Leenock, I'm just a Baneling! Where are my Overlords?
Oh, man. 1 hit point left on that infestation, but he tried to blink back. He messed up. He didn't even kill it. Losing some Stalkers here. The Broodlords over the trees. He cannot engage them without that Observer.
Yep. But that was an okay move by Tassadar. He's putting Leenock on his back foot, and just kind of keeping him on his back foot.
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly.
I just said it.
What's
I said
interesting
it twice.
is right now Leenock has a much higher supply than Tassadar. Tassadar has a lot of resources, though. He's just not remaxing quickly enough. He could add some more gateways. He could add some Stargates to start helping with those Broodlords because there aren't any Hydras out. So I'm a little surprised by that. Here come the Infestors, though, as well as the Broodlords through the middle of the map. He's getting a little bit far away from his creep, and he's actually in a way where his Broodlords could be targeted, but it looks like Tassadar's just going to
neither person knows. Are we going to see a... Did somebody say base trade?
Maybe, man. I think you just did.
I think it's going to be a full-on base trade here, and I would actually favor Tassadar in this position.
Yeah, he's got a ton of probes out to where they can go and escape and hide structures.
Oh, he needs to get those... sorry, go ahead.
Well, he's got a much better unit composition in general, I think, right now. And the thing is, now he's going to be able to kind of control how things go, although his probes are just dying left and right.
The probes are not being controlled carefully. This is a position you basically have to be doing everything at once, and I'm so excited. Let me run it down for you. Leenock has the less mobile army, so as long as the game stays in these big army versus army battles, he's going to be a little disadvantaged because it's going to be very hard for him to get around to defend and attack bases at the same time. On the other hand, Leenock has energy units. If they have a big engagement and it comes down to like 20 or 30 supply and Leenock saves his infestors, he should win. Energy units are extremely cost efficient in the endgame. The other thing, though, is that
there are 10 spine crawlers going up here for Leenock.
And I don't think they're going to finish in time. Both players desperately trying to hold on to a mining base. Basically, in the endgame, if one player is mining and the other isn't, the player who's mining should win. That's the rule, like 90% of the time. If you're ever in a position you're like, I don't know what to do, get a base and start mining. That's the absolute best advice.
Well, Leenock actually is in a lot of trouble here because what Tassadar did was he killed all the hatcheries and then he just let some zealots go to work at Leenock's main very slowly, and so that he could kill the hatcheries as quickly as possible. And I think that if right now Tassadar just goes to the main and cleans it up, it would be a great spot. But Leenock he's
building hatcheries. Leenock is actually in danger of being defeated by building elimination at this point. He does have drones. He can build one extractor. He's got money for that. Other than that, he's got nothing. He needs to basically...
He has to hold this hatchery. That's going to be his last stand. Over here, he's going to lose his entire main. The hatchery that he's hiding inside of Tassadar's base is going to be his last structure.
Meanwhile, what both players really want to do is kill all of the main structures of their opponents so that the buildings get revealed. It's really going to be a base race at this point. Leenock has built a gas geyser somewhere. Yeah, I think wait, in the gold, the top left. Okay, so Leenock has taken the gas geyser in the top left. He's committed to holding that, and he's really doing that because he doesn't think his opponent's going to scout it. It's not an easily defendable position, and I think Tassadar's going to scout it because he's going to send his probes up there. The one thing, Tassadar has enough money to make a nexus.
He has enough money to make 3 nexi.
Leenock has to kill his army. That is the only way for Leenock to win. Tassadar, all he has to do is hold a mining base, and he will end up winning this game.
Yeah, it's Leenock in a pretty rough spot here. Let me give you guys the rundown on units. There's 10 Broodlords, 28 Banelings, which don't have speed. There's 2 Infestors with full energy, one of them a little bit less than full energy, versus 5 Archons of Dark Templar, 27 Blink Stalkers, and 4 High Templar.
It's going to be very hard. I don't know, Blink Stalkers against Broodlords?
There are a lot of Broodlords. That's 10 Broodlords,
There
man.
are a ton of Broodlords.
Uh-oh, he's going to lose a High Templar here.
Yeah, he is going to lose that High Templar. And that's, when you get to a position like this, literally every single unit counts. Losing a probe can mean the game ends for you. Every single unit counts. And you might be like, well, he's got 30 probes. How can that matter? Trust me, as the game gets more and more whittled down, every single...
Uh-oh, there's a DT.
Does he have...
He does have fungals.
Oh, nice, nice. So he does use the fungal growth. Another option is he could use Banelings and blow up next to the DT and kill it. But fungal growth...
Well, here's the thing, QXC. That hatchery is now there. He's got an observer. There's no way to kill the observer. I mean, he could kill it only if he fungals it. But all that Tassadar has to do now is check the map, and all he has to do is kill that one hatchery. If he just blinks up and targets it, it's over.
Yeah, that is his last building. The thing is, Tassadar does not know that's the last building.
Exactly.
If you blink up and you try and you kill that hatchery and you lose your whole army, it's not the last building. You lose.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
Well, he does have he's trying to get a good idea. Leenock, the Leenock does this long-distance mining over here with his 6 drones.
Leenock, at this point, probably really wishes he had built that hatchery in a place that actually had money. But you can see Leenock is using his lings to clean up all the buildings. Basically, what both players want to do is centralize their opponent's buildings. What I mean by that is you don't want to does pick off the Overseer, pretty nice. You don't want your opponent to have buildings all over the map, because in a base race position, you want to pick a location. You're like, if I kill this, I win. And that's what Leenock's doing. He's like, Tassadar, you don't have buildings anywhere else. I know.
Leenock actually has mined enough to get one more extractor, so he's actually sacrificing like 1/6 of his income to get another extractor over on the top right, which is actually really smart, though. And right now, Tassadar just wants to find out if there are any more buildings on the map. He doesn't clean up these overlords, but Leenock knows where his army is, and it's in 2 parts. If he kills these stalkers, he should be in a great position.
Tassadar shouldn't let this happen, though. He's got an observer on that. He's going to be able to maneuver around.
He's going to kill the observer with fungals.
Oh, very nice. And
the observer does die.
I actually think that's a really good move.
Absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
The thing is, Leenock is really on the clock. Tassadar's base has just started mining, I think. Yeah. Is that right? Go to the top left.
Yeah.
Tassadar is fully mining at the gold. He's starting to build cannons.
Leenock start getting some gates up.
This is kind of what I was talking about. The player who is mining, he has more strategic options. He can actually do things. Leenock can't do anything. He needs to end the game as soon as possible.
Yeah. And it looks like Tassadar may actually have realized that this is probably the last hatchery he has at the very least, and he knows the army's not there. He's going to go for it. Well, there's still an extractor, but Tassadar...
Oh, is he going to... They're both going to go for it. Tassadar's going to kill his hatchery. Leenock's going to go for the base. Leenock knows he's got an extractor in the top right. Tassadar, this is what I'm saying.
He doesn't know it.
He doesn't know where the last building is. Meanwhile, Tassadar's got one pylon. Is that a pylon? Tassadar is one pylon away from that battle.
And it's not even that far away.
He does snipe the probe. The probe is one probe.
Soon he will be revealed, though, and when he's revealed, he's going to have to make a dash for that extractor. He sees it now. He knows it's there.
Both players need... Whoever can kill the buildings is going to win.
But Leenock doesn't know that that's his last pylon.
Yet he's going to go for pylon.
Oh, but there's
and he builds a nexus in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't think
Leenock can win
now. I don't think Leenock can win. Does he have a drone?
He doesn't.
He doesn't have a drone. His only building is that extractor.
And it's going to die.
He's going to blink up, kill the extractor, and the game is going to end.
GG.
That's it. Oh.
Whoa.
Sick game.
Sick game, man.
Sick game. And you can see Tassadar, like, not like freaking out because he won, but like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He's going to go home and he's going to go online. He's going to be like, did you guys see that game? Did you see that? I won that game. I'm that guy.
Yeah, he is. There's the coach coming in there, telling him he did a great job. That was very, very scary. When you check every base repeatedly, you're like, all right, that's the last hatchery. Sometimes it makes sense to go for it. He also knew the Broodlords were away. He basically just wanted his opponent to become revealed at that point.
Yeah.
So it was a good move to go for that hatchery, and then Leenock was like, all right, most of your stalkers are down there. I know the rest of your army cannot deal with my Broodlords, so I'm going to assert that dominance and go for that top left base where I know you are. And it just came down to Leenock was revealed second. And also there was a nexus at the bottom right.
Yeah.
If that nexus hadn't happened, I mean, because we didn't actually see that coming. We thought the last probe was killed by that fungal.
Yeah.
So if that hadn't happened, though, things would have gone really differently. And, of course, Leenock would have had to go for that pylon, whereas Tassadar would have been going for the extractor at the top right. That was intense.
Yeah, man. If Leenock had... There's like a...
There's this weird noise in our ears.
There's
like... All right, so I think
I thought someone was...
We're going to take a 5-minute break, guys.
5-minute break. We'll be back in a little bit.